Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen with a preview of the Argo Mole and some improvements for the mining mechanics. The Argo Mole is straight to flyable in Alpha 3.8. It's the new co-op mining vehicle. Mole stands for Multi-Operator Laser Extractor or Excavator, based on how you feel at the time. It was worked on by Adam Parker, amongst others. He also worked on the Sidnus Spider Miner. It has 3 individually manable mining lasers, which are all in their own individual cabs. It has size 2 mining lasers instead of size 1. The Prospector has size 1 ones, so the size 2 ones are basically more powerful and longer range. The mining lasers are sort of folded into the ship, and it transforms when you go into mining mode. It changes the thruster configuration for landing as well, so it's got like this X configuration that can become more square. The mining turrets have their own airlocks and are in their own individual compartments, and the turrets have a huge range of movement. 3.8 has 5 new mining heads available as well, so the actual mining sort of like arms, they are always going to be the same, but the actual very tip of that, the mining head, can be changed out for both size 1 and size 2 mining heads. So you've got the standard one, which comes with the vehicles in question, and then there's 5 additional ones other than that, and they give very different mining experiences. And with the Argo Mole, you can equip 3 different ones on each of its different mining lasers if you wish, and then you can each focus on sort of like working together to mine a node or all mine separate ones. Some of the mining heads will allow you to lower the resistance of rocks or give you some bonuses at a certain rock. And some rocks you will not be able to mine unless you break a certain point of resistance. So you'll need specific heads for it or to work together with multiple lasers. The ship has 2 levels, an engineering section for all the components, a mess area, fuel tanks, there's a cockpit with pilot and co-pilot seats as well, and obviously the 3 individual cabs for the mining lasers. There are large or more dense minables, very suited to the Mole as well, and there's no reason to have a Mole if you want to do sort of like solo mining, but if you want to do co-op mining with a couple of other people in your ship, then the Mole is much more suited for you. It has twice the amount of cargo space as the Prospector as well, basically having 8 of its saddlebags rather than 4, and I believe that those saddlebags will fill up and then become detachable, and then you can pick them up later through other means or cargo ships. The detaching of those little saddlebags will not be functional in 3.8 though. They have rebalanced minables in 3.8, so you're going to see some of the stats change for those rocks. Some of them are going to be very large and have huge resistance or require, as I said earlier, multiple people to work together to mine them. But you can just use the Mole to mine an area in general more quickly. You can obviously mine the same node, even if it's a small one, together if you wanted to. Each of the mining beams is also an extractor, so bear that in mind as well. So you can also suck in the materials 3 times as quickly in that Argo Mole, assuming that you have people in each of the turrets there. The mining mechanics are being iterated on still, and they're being added to. They want the mechanics to have more depth. Commodities and resources will help drive the economy in the future, and mining and refining is going to be a major part of that. And certain materials are going to be available in certain areas of space and on certain planets and not others, and that's going to help change the prices of goods in the verse. Finding and discovering new sort of like areas to mine and exploit resources from, new asteroid fields is going to be a thing. Finding that there's a previously undiscovered seam of a particular metal or rare metal will create potentially piracy and a load more miners going to an area and a load more jobs and a load more missions, all as part of the dynamic economy and the dynamic mission system. Now we're starting to get bits of that in 3.9 next year, so for 2020 Q1 we'll start to see more of that, but there's a lot they can still expand on with new mining components, new ships. There are consumables for mining planned as well, so each of your mining heads has various slots you can see at the moment, and you can put consumables, or you will be able to put consumables in them, and they will give you boosts in certain areas, so that might quickly prevent a rock from exploding that's about to explode, or add a boost of power to finish off a rock that's particularly difficult, or lower the resistance of a rock. So these will give you bonuses and help you when you need it, is the idea with those consumables, and obviously one use mining will continue to evolve and get more gameplay, but I'm interested to know what you think. The Argo Mole will be flyable in 3.8, as I said. It should be going on sale any hour now as well. Between now and tomorrow, the weekend, would be my expectation for the mole, and we don't know the price yet. I would expect $250 to $300. It is a cool mining ship for sure, and I'm looking forward to the expansion that it brings to the game. I don't believe there is a way to easily transfer the sort of like money that you're making from the mole in 3.8 though. So if you're working as a crew of 4 together, you would have to set up service beacons to transfer the money to each other. 3.9 onwards may have ways of transferring money between each other, so bear that in mind. Are you thinking about getting an Argo Mole yourself? Do you love mining in the game? It is one of the most fleshed out sort of like gameplay loops we have in game at the moment, that's for sure. And I'm looking forward to like salvage and other things that are associated with mining in some way, even the sort of like fuel mining with gas cloud mining and that sort of stuff. How are we going to see the quantum fuel mechanics working? Is that going to be something that you have to hand mine? Is that something you're going to have to mine with a prospector and then refine with the Starfarer? It's all quite interesting for me, and I'm looking forward to this being expanded out. But as I said, I'm interested to know what you think. Are you going to be getting one yourself? Are you excited for 3.8? Are you excited for 3.9? I am hoping to get rid of this cold pretty shortly. If you can't tell, I've got quite a bad cold at the moment, but roll on 3.8. 3.8 live soon. Woo! We do have a ship giveaway each month for December. It's for a Carrack, the Mighty Explorer. You just have to comment on one of my videos during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. More details below. Also, if you're looking for a VPN or password manager, Nord have you covered. Shadow as well, they're an amazing way of having a gaming PC, sort of like super high spec, without the giant costs associated with that. You can have it as a subscription service and leverage the power of your internet to stream a gaming PC to you. Ooh, bam. With any of those, use the code BoredGamer to get a discount or follow the links below.